Okay, so a quick disclaimer about this making money video. First of all, hello from, well, it was going to be the Black Forest, but we're actually still in the Alps region near Geneva at the moment. But anyway, I just wanted to give you this quick disclaimer. We made this video a little while ago. And so before we dive into it, we just wanted to come on and put a little bit of context to it, because that's going to be really important. This video is about how real people are making a living in Portugal. But it's not just for immigrants or foreigners moving there. These ideas are really for anyone in Portugal. We're sharing what's working. These are ideas from real people who actually do these jobs for real, and people that we know in most cases as well. And these opportunities are absolutely open to the Portuguese people too. We're not claiming to have all the answers, and we're not pretending that any of it is easy. But we do know they are possible, especially with a bit of hard work. So when we talk about some of these areas not being done well in Portugal, we speak from our and others, including our Portuguese friends, general experience. But of course, there are always examples of good as well as poor ones. We just need to point that out. So we do generalise. We've got a huge respect for the challenges that people here face, and we love being part of the community. And this video is about inspiration for everyone. It's about getting the brain working and getting some ideas. So whether you're Portuguese or a foreigner thinking about moving here or already here, we hope this gives you ideas, inspiration and encouragement. Not just from us, but from the real stories of people making it work. Anyway, enjoy.
When you live and work in Portugal, this is the lifestyle you can have. Welcome back to the channel. We hope you're well, and this week we want to inspire you because we're going to talk all about making money in Portugal. Whether you like to make money or you need to make money, today we're going to give you some really good inspo.
That's really interesting, because Facebook and the like is full of people telling you that you cannot make money in Portugal. In fact, they tell you, bring all of your money with you. You have to speak Portuguese. Basically, they say it cannot be done. And we're here to disagree with that.
We are. Today, we're going to bust those myths, and we're going to share real people, how they make real money here in Portugal. And there is something that's true. If you want to get a traditional job in a company in Portugal, then you're probably going to need to speak Portuguese. But we're not talking about working for companies, we're talking about working for yourself. Okay, so the first way is markets. There is a whole, sub-economy of market trading going on here, both Portuguese and immigrants, and they sell everything you can think of, from second-hand furniture, sausages, spices, soaps, balms, fermented foods, fudge, like we'll be doing soon. Gosh, there is just any product that you can possibly think of, it is being sold in a market. So as a kind of side hustle, some of these markets are once a month, twice a month. There's people doing 4 or 5 a month. You can make some really good money.
Okay, so if you are an animal lover, then what better way to go and earn some money than maybe dog sitting, cat sitting, grooming, especially if you've got qualifications on that front, and also dog walking. That's a service that's required a lot. I think what really helps with that as well is if you are an English speaker, then that's really going to appeal to that estrangeiro community. So that is a really good option if you are a lover of animals.
So another good way, if you can do some investment, is to have an Airbnb. A lot of people buy properties to rent for Airbnb, and then you've got the associated services that go with Airbnbs. If you can give really good cleaning, maintenance and all those services, there's really good money to be made, particularly in the Algarve. And you've got boutique hotels as well, and landlords, people who are buying houses to rent out to immigrants. So that's some really good ways you can make money there.
So what about an online business? You know, that could be Amazon seller, Etsy seller, it could be printing, it could be cake making, it could be anything like that. We run an Amazon business online, and it's a great way to make a bit of money on the side. And obviously, if you've got some products, especially if you're into crafts and things like that, then that could be a real good option for you for online selling.
Retreats and wellness tourism, that is huge at the moment, and there are so many people, particularly in our area of central Portugal, who are opening wellness retreats, doing meditation, sound baths, health days, wellness days, trauma counselling, you name it, there is a wellness retreat for it. And a lot of people, they buy quintas, and you can just have, you know, kind of bell tents and glamping pods, and you can set up a wellness retreat. So that's something that's really starting to boom in Portugal.
Okay, web design. Now this is a subject I could talk about. I've got some experience myself in web design, but web design, it's ripe for the picking here in Portugal, and I'll tell you why. It's because at the moment they still very much exist on a platform basis in terms of their internet presence. Lots of companies are on Facebook, and they haven't quite grasped that whole website thing fully yet. So I do think that's an opportunity that's up and coming in Portugal. So if you've got website design experience or know how to go about it, I think that's a good option.
So another area is bars, cafes, restaurants. Yes, there are a lot in Portugal, but there are still gaps in the market that can be filled where balance is required, particularly in some of the high footfall areas, high tourist areas. There are still areas of the market that haven't been explored, cuisines that haven't been fully explored. And actually, I was speaking to a lady not long ago who actually opened a tapas bar in the Algarve, and she's doing really, really well for herself. So that just shows the innovation that can be brought in. Also, we've met a few people who do pop-ups. We've met people that run a pop-up bar in central Portugal, and we've also seen people that run a pop-up restaurant in central Portugal. So there are all types of industries that you can do, even things like mobile fish and chip bars, things like that.
Estate agency, realtors. It's an interesting one because there are lots out there in Portugal, but I'm going to say some of them maybe leave a little bit to be desired. So I think if you're coming in and you've got skills or an aptitude for that type of work, then that's certainly an excellent road to take. And if you're offering English as well as Portuguese services as well, particularly the English, then that could really make a difference.
So, builders, handymen, gardeners, there's been a whole influx of immigrants who have come into the country offering these services because primarily there's a massive need for it. A lot of Portuguese move to go abroad. There's an awful lot of, I don't know, how can I say it in the nicest way, a lot of cowboys out there, and therefore people that come with the right skills and good command of English and actually deliver a good service, you can do really, really well over here. And that's definitely one of the fastest growing industries, certainly where we are in central Portugal.
Okay, so you could be a digital nomad, and that obviously encompasses a lot of things. But it could be that the company you work for allows you to work abroad. That would be fantastic. Or it could be that your job means you could be anywhere in the world, and that essentially is what a digital nomad is. If you think about the IT industry, there is a big demand for that globally, and that is possibly something you could do. That's just one example. But being a digital nomad, working online, you could be anywhere and enjoy it.
So another good area is relocation services, immigration services, tax, accountancy services. There are very poor standards of some of these in Portugal, and for example, one of the businesses we run is a relocation service, and that's all about finding homes for people for their D7 or for their visas. My friend is an immigration consultant, and because she's British and she's really got a good understanding of what people need, she's delivering a fantastic service, and people will pay for that service. So again, the same thing with tax and accountancy. If you understand those financial areas, those are real areas that are opening up.
You could advertise as a personal assistant, of course. I think there's a demand for that here, especially with other people, maybe estrangeros, that need the services of someone. Now, if you speak Portuguese as well and you're a personal assistant, then that is going to open up a whole new world for you. I definitely think that's something you can investigate if that is your aptitude and that is your type of work that you're looking for.
So another big area is marketing and social media agencies and services. There are a lot of business moving to Portugal. They need marketing support and social media support. And that Portuguese market is really opening up now as well. If you've got really good grasp of AI, really good understanding of marketing, then there are great opportunities to be had here.
Okay, language or a language tutor. What a great opportunity. I think there are options there to teach English online. I also think if you do have another language available to you, then you can advertise that online as well. And again, that could be working with people possibly anywhere in the world. So language tutor is definitely one to look out for if that is your thing. Okay, that's it for this week. We hope you enjoyed that. We do hope that we have inspired you as well somewhat. Yes.
Yeah, and remember, Portugal is a growing economy. So if you think back to your country and think, okay, 10 years ago, what service would I have wanted to have introduced to the USA or the UK? You've got the opportunity to do that here. So start thinking laterally about what you could possibly do.
And I think the other thing is, think about it from this point of view. What you do is about solving a problem, okay? And that's really what you want to be looking for, is a problem to solve. Because if you can solve that problem, then you can, that is your in.
It is. So we hope we've inspired you. We'll see you next time. Ta-ra for now.